was talking to my mom, and she came down and as right as I was starting my stream. So I figured we would take that offline and we would talk before I would get back online. So here I am. And so this is Pivy Does It All. I'm sticking with Pivy because it's a made up name, anyways. Like all good made up names. So, um, for those of you who didn't catch my last stream or didn't get a chance to watch the replay, I switched from Ezra to Ian. I just liked the name better. Wasn't really fitting or wasn't really feeling Ezra as much. So I decided to go for a change. And Ian is good so far. It's nice to have a name that starts with an I again. And yeah, so that's what's going on right now. So what I am doing right now is I am currently making strips that are about this long. So I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of like a seafoam blue, green, and then like a teal stripe down the middle. So I'm making 4 of these. I have 2 completed. I'm working on my 3rd right now. And I am making a woven headband. This pattern comes from Little John's yarn. Little John yarn. Little John's yarn. Maybe I should look up people's names before I reference them. But Alicia Littlejohn is fantastic. She does a bunch of really cool stuff, and I've followed her for quite a while. And so definitely wanted to do one of her patterns. And this seemed like a good one to start with. So it's very simple. So first we have to chain 57. So I have already started the process of chaining. I've chained 10 thus far, and I hate being online and streaming while I count. So I have been using stitch markers to make sure that I don't miscount. I'm using the ones that lock that you can buy at most craft stores that sell stitch markers. These are the little ones. They just lock in there so they don't come out. They're really secure and they keep your work unraveling, which is always nice. So I am crocheting 10 at a time because that's about the extent of my attention span. And hopefully we can get this done while you guys are on here with me. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just pop that in there. And I tried to do what I used to do with the first one that I did, where I crocheted 57. I just counted to 57, and then I checked by like going over the bumps in the back. But I guess I miscounted severely because it was like 6 inches shorter than the rest of them. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do a different method. Guess that method doesn't work for me right now, and that's fine. That's cool. So yeah. Also, if I go into a horrendous coughing fit, I am working through bronchitis right now. And you might be saying, Ian, why are you vaping if you're working through bronchitis? And the answer is, I make bad decisions. I never told you guys I made good decisions. So don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't make good decisions. So, welcome. Um, like I said, I'm just gonna be working on a headband by Little John's Yarns. I'm gonna say it really fast so that no one knows that I don't actually know what the channel is called. Um, and she made this beautiful woven braided headband, and I really wanted to make it when it was colder for my wife Melanie. Most of you remember Melanie. She's still just as beautiful and wonderful as she was um, uh, when you last saw her. Uh, she is not here right now. She's at a girls' night. And funny thing about coming out as trans is you no longer get invited to girls' nights, um, which I know might seem stupid to anyone else, but to me, I'm like, why does no one invite me to girls' night? Like, you're not a, it wouldn't be girls' night. It would be like girls' night. So, anywho, I'm not bitter. I just would like to be invited to one thing once. That would be cool. But again, getting over being sick, probably not the time. Hi, Riker. Hi, Riker. Hey, baby boy. Probably not the best time to be socializing, hanging out with people. I did take a COVID test. Test is negative. Ooh, hello. Let's see. Jolene. Hey, happy to see you. I'm sorry, I can't wait. I can't say, but I'm waiting on my grandkids. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Jolene. I really appreciate it. It's just nice to see you guys again. I really miss you guys. It's been really challenging dealing with this depression and wanting so desperately to be back with my people. Like, you guys are my people, and it's been really hard not being able to like reach out to the community, and the only thing stopping me was myself. And so I was really hard on myself as a result. I kind of like had this like never ending cycle of guilt that I was putting myself through. And luckily you guys have been great to like um welcome me back with open arms. And let me see what you said, Joel. I'm sorry, I'm so far away I can't see. I met you a couple times at Kelly's and Dana's. Oh, it's so great. Yeah, I love them so much, and I've been meaning to get back on and see them more. They're always like, the timing is just like always conflicting with something. So but yeah, they are wonderful, and I love them both so dearly. So yeah, so I hopefully will be able to get back on their channels and back hanging out with everyone, hanging back with the crew, and see all your wonderful faces. I miss that. And God, I've been through so many changes in like the past 9 months. Like, it's like I'm a totally different person. So you know I sound like very white, and I understand my life gets crazy too. Yeah. Yeah, it's just been ugh. Um so yeah, so was I saying anything important? Probably not. Um but I'm really thankful that you guys are here and just hanging out with me. I said I was going to actually crochet, so let me actually crochet while I talk. So let me see if I can do two things at once. I am counting right now, so probably not as much talking, but maybe a little bit. We'll see. 1, And yeah, if you missed the beginning, and you're wondering why my face looks like it was attacked by a werewolf, it's because I'm going through the change of life right now, and testosterone hates my face. It hates my face so much. It just wants me to suffer. Like it hurts to smile, it hurts to laugh. It's just a bad time for all. So, if I look like I should be in a proactive commercial, it's because of testosterone, and you can blame testosterone. I used to pride myself. One, two, three, four, sorry, it's kind of cut. 7, 8, 9, 10. I used to pride myself on having pretty good skin and pretty low maintenance skin. I was dry, but I could use like pretty much any like dry skin product. And now if I use a dry skin product on my face, it immediately like blows up, like literally um so bad. So I had to switch my whole face routine to be anti-acne and all of that stuff so that my skin would not just fall off. So luckily, my skin is now pretty durable to what I can throw at it. If it's anti-acne related, just as long as it's not hydrated at all. I know hydration is important, but I've got to be very careful about what I hydrate with. Otherwise, my skin will like all over itself. And that's not a cute look, believe it or not. I can do this so much faster when I'm not streaming, but for some reason when I'm streaming, I like not just because I'm talking, but because I'm also like, I don't know, like even my fingers like move differently. Like they don't like cooperate like they should. And I'm just like, that's rude and uncalled for. Let's see. I'm hoping for menopause. You look fine to me. I love the new name. I love Shameless. Thank you. I love Shameless too. Ian was definitely one of my favorite characters, and so it just felt right. And when I told my endocrinologist that that's why I picked the name Ian, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's so perfect." She's like, "I love that name." And she's like, "I love that name for you." She's super supportive. Since I moved from Charlotte to the Raleigh area, and she's located in Charlotte. I'm probably gonna have to find a new endocrinologist, which I'm not exactly happy about, but um, she was super understanding. She was very well versed in trans issues, and that made me a lot more comfortable seeing her. I think that there is a big distinction between endocrinologists that do and do not have trans experience, or an extensive trans experience. Um, just because there's so many changes that your body is going through. And a typical endocrinologist spends a lot of their time either focusing on thyroid, focusing on diabetes care, and those things are all very important and like need to be taken care of, but they're very different from um, hormone replacement therapy. And so this doctor has been really great for me. So I'm hoping that I like my new doctor, but if I don't, I know that I have a doctor that I can do like telemedicine with, and and she'll be great. I really like her. even if I always get her name wrong. I don't know why. Like, I have like pretty much all my doctors are females, and I call them all by their first name, and I just constantly mix their first names up. I just call the wrong person, the wrong thing all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like after the fact, I'm like, oh man, I totally called her the wrong name the whole visit. Oopsies. I'm gonna do 7 here, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okie dokie. Now we are at the end of our the end of our chain sequence. So I'm go ahead and remove my stitch markers because I know I got to 57. This is a really easy pattern, and I was looking for like basically like crocheting for dummies uh, type pattern. Let's see who's here. Sharon, hey, it's good to see you. CC, was it working? So I'll catch you later. You look good, and I hope everything is going well with you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my closed captioning isn't working. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, usually that takes a while to load once it goes up on YouTube, from my understanding. Um, it's not automatic, but I might be mistaken about that. So, if after a couple days it does not work, um, please message me. This is hard to say because you can't hear me. I don't have a solution. I'm sorry. Let me get back to you. I'll get back to you on that. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. So stupid. Okay, sorry. Um, yeah, I just made myself cry because I just like embarrassed myself so fully. Ever say something so dumb that you just cry? Because that's what happened to me. Yeah. So now that we got that out of the way, um, so I am going to do half double crochets down the down my chain, and I'm gonna start at the third loop from my hook. Three, so I'm gonna yarn over, gonna go through that third loop, and I'm going to pull through all 3. And so Alicia from Little John Yarn. Oh, Popeye. Oh my God. Hi, Daniel. Hi. What are you working on? So I'm working on a headband that is, so these are the colors. Let me see if this is, you can't, the green isn't showing up. It's like a mint. It's a really cute mint. This is a nice little teal. And I'm doing a woven headband with these 4 of these kind of braided into each other. And it'll be kind of like a nice little ear warmer. I know it's not very cold right now, especially not where I am. Um, just started a mosaic. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. I miss all of you so much. Um, so mosaics scare me. I don't know why. I tried to start one and I was literally like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And that was when I was crocheting more frequently. So that says a lot about how I could do it now. But let's see. So I can't wait to see it. It's going to be amazing. I know you're going to have some gorgeous colors in there. Um, keep it on until the weather turns again. Yeah, that's so I'm actually making this for my wife. She asked for this when the weather was colder. And my depression was a little bit too intense to kind of get to it. So finally I'm able to get to it and it's warmer. So although we did have hail today twice, so maybe it's I don't know. I don't know what the weather is doing. If you're a meteorologist and you're in North Carolina, you can basically say anything you want and it'll come true. Well, I've already started it once. I've already messed it up. Oh no. I'm sure it was, hopefully, it was just an easy, breezy little mistake that can be easily corrected because that happens. Depression is a killer. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I've been for the past several months. Just been kind of holed up, not really functioning, honestly. And I, I was a little bit more active on like my other social medias, like Facebook especially, where I kind of was able to verbalize that I was going through this depression and was having a really hard time getting out of it. And it made me not want to reach out to people. It made me not want to go in front of the camera. It made me not want to do anything. Um, and it was really hard because a lot of it coincided too with my transition. And that, um, let's see, I'm sorry, I have to keep getting up. I sat too far away from the camera. I gave my crojo back after being in the dumps myself. So I feel you. Exactly. This is the first time I've crocheted, like really crocheted, other than these two little strips in so long. So I'm happy for you for getting your crojo back. I know that feeling of like just like longingly looking at all of your yarn and being like, I wish I could do something with you, but I just can't. You just make me sad to look at. Um, that's how I felt. So if you feel anything like that, you're definitely not alone. I've got so much beautiful yarn that I want to deal with, like not deal with, but like play with and enjoy. And I've bought a lot of it, and I don't have a lot of money now, so it would be cool to like do something with what I have purchased. And I just it's taken a lot. So we're getting there, and I hope you are too getting there with what you're going through, and we'll do it together. What I've discovered. Um, Here's something that I knew, but my depression just reinforced was that the crochet and yarn community in general is so supportive, is so wonderful that it's just like people truly are so friendly. And I've made such good friends here. And it means a lot to me because I, there were so many people from YouTube that checked up on me when I was going through this depression and I wasn't reaching out to people and I wasn't posting on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere. And like, I basically was just like off the map somewhere. And people reached out to me. And even though I couldn't always reach back out to them, it just meant the world to me that people cared at all. Like, I felt like I didn't deserve the level of love that I received. And pushing back all those thoughts to just thinking like how thankful I am for this community. I I wanted so much to be able to just come back and do something with you guys. And I was like, maybe I can do makeup. And I was like, I have no motivation to do makeup. I was like, maybe I can do crochet. And I was like, oh, I have no motivation to crochet. So it was like trying to pull teeth to figure out what I could do to like be on camera for any amount of time. So my first video a couple weeks ago or whatever was just me talking about where I've been. And I was like, I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't really know what to do. I just like, I've missed you guys and I want to be back. And I've just kind of been in a hole. Um, hey, Cami. It's good to see you. I'm just talking about how amazing the crochet community is, how thankful I am for all of you. And I just, I've made some really good friends here, and I wasn't, I shouldn't have been surprised that so many people reached out to me. Um, but I was, because when you're in such a dark place, you feel so alone. And I have made such good friends here that I didn't have to be alone. So that's all I'll say. I'm very thankful for that. And yeah. And if you didn't know I was going through any of that and you didn't reach out, don't feel bad. You're gonna be an uncle in June. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, Cameron. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I am working on a headband right now. A pattern from Little John's yarn. I don't know if like what's plural, what's possessive. So I don't know where the S's are in her logo. It's like Little John yarns, Little John's yarns, Little John yarn. I don't know. And I've literally been trying to say this for like the whole video. I was like, if I was gonna credit someone, maybe I should have like looked her up for like a second. But this is, I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. She's everywhere, she's everything, she's amazing. She did this wonderful headband that was basically 4 strips of sheeted half double crochet, you know, 2 rows of half double crochet, and then she did a single crochet down the middle with another color, a contrasting color. So sorry, my dog is here. He needs some pets. Um, and but basically, you braid those 4 strips into beautiful gorgeousness, and you do a little um, to put it all together, and voila, you have this beautiful ear warmer head thing that I can't think of the word for right now. Headband. I was like, head scarf. No, it's like, it's not a scarf. What am I talking about? I am not used to being in front of a camera right anymore. So if I seem even more awkward than usual, this is what's going on. Is I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And not that I ever really knew, let's be honest. Um, Little John's yarn, no apostrophe. So there's that. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I did not know, and I didn't want to say her name wrong, but I said every variation of her name, and only messed it up a couple hundred times. So, um, so yeah, she's fabulous. She's great. Love her. We live for awkward. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys do, because boy am I. Um, yeah, so let's see. I'm happy to hear that you guys are having lives that are continuing as normal. And hopefully your world has not blown up as well. If it has, we're getting back on track. We're getting back to it. We're we're making our way downtown, walking fast, all that stuff. We're doing it, guys. So um yeah, I really just have no idea what I'm doing. And this is normally where I would call Melanie in to like give me some levity, or some kind of support. But she's not here, so it's just me that you're dealing with. Um, yes, my voice is much lower. It's also much more gravelly. I'm hoping that chills out at some point, but I think as long as I vape, it probably won't. Will I stop vaping? Probably not. Um, so what you gonna do? I am going on like day 4 of no washing my hair, so sorry if my hair is looking like it is, but you get what you get. Honestly, I had motivation to get on camera, so bitch is getting on camera today. Like I didn't care how I looked. I've got my David Rose Nope sweater on, um, and oh my gosh, guys, some of you, okay, so I will not bring it out and show you on camera because although there's no problem with technically bringing it out on camera, I'd like to think that this is well, some people just don't want to see some things. Let's just say that. Most people don't want to see penises. So, so with that being said, um, but I don't know your life. Maybe you do. I'm not judging you, whatever. But anyways, so most of you know that I have been binding my chest for about a year now. I don't bind my chest most of the time for videos because I want to be comfortable when I crochet. And believe it or not, strapping your chest down is not the most comfortable thing that you could do. So, especially when you are large chested like myself. So, no, normally I don't bind while I am just sitting here chilling. I really only bind when I go out into the world, which is more frequently now than it was a couple months ago, but it's still not that much. Um, but speaking of penis shaped things, so there's another thing that a lot or some trans men or trans masculine or anyone who wants to people do, and it's called packing, and it's where you have a prosthetic penis. It can be either attached to you via harness or some kind of underwear, or you can just put it inside of your underwear and it looks like you have a bulge. And I'm really excited about this, guys. I don't know if you can tell. And this is what happens when I get on a roll of awkwardness that like will not end. So if you're not interested, you don't want to hear, I understand. It's not for everybody. That's cool. Um, but I'm really excited about it because it's super gender affirming for me. So I got one about a month ago, I think, and I had made my own. I looked up a video, a DIY video, on how to make one out of a sock and some like cotton batting, and I uh, made my own, and I was like, this isn't really like the most what's the word? It's just not the most reasonable for daily wear. Um, because if you're sticking things inside of your underwear, maybe you don't want to wear them every day. if you catch what I'm trying to, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I ordered a silicone one, and it has been like the most gender affirming thing that I have done thus far, like even more so than binding. And I didn't expect it to be like that. I didn't expect that I would need that like affirmation. And not that like literally anyone in the whole wide world is looking at my bulge. But and I don't have it in right now, so stop trying to look at my bulge. Um, so, but like, uh, you know, I it's like really gender affirming for me, and it just like feels right. So, so yeah, I'm not gonna bring it out. I'm not gonna show you guys. You can imagine what it looks like. You can Google what they look like. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just gonna say that it makes me feel nice. And I started doing that recently, and that has been very feel goody. So that's all I'll say about that. I'm sure that was a very riveting. Um, good for you. Um, thank you very much. Um, yeah, so I was really excited to do this, and it's funny because like there are so many people. I told a lot of guys about it. Like I tried to tell like my dad about it. I tried to tell him about it, and he was like, "Wow, cool. Like, you know, cool. I guess, you know." It wasn't like trying to like not be supportive. He just like didn't really kind of see the point. Because again, most people aren't looking at like your bulge. Um, but uh, then like I went to a party and I was packing, and I know packing also. Side note, I know packing can mean different things. I'm talking about trans packing. I'm not talking about carrying a gun. Um, please let that be known. Um, uh, so I um, went to this party, and everyone was around my age. So they're all in their late 20s, early 30s. And literally all the dudes were like, "That's so cool. I'm so happy for you." And I was like, "Yes, affirmation. This feels amazing." Um, and I don't know why I like that. Like, you know, I don't know why I need that, but it just feels good. You know, the things that feel good, just let them feel good. You know, as long as you're not hurting anybody, let them feel good. That's my motto in life, and I'm a big believer. So, I'm gonna take one more hit of this little vapey vape, and I'm gonna get back to crocheting because I said I would crochet, and gosh darn it, I will crochet. So again, I'm doing half double crochets and just going down my chain of 57 with this light mint color. And I'm also sweating profusely because this sweater is very effective at holding in sweat. So I guess that's good. Maybe time and place. Time and place. I didn't expect to be so warm here, but talking about Packers just got me going. I forgot to tell you I volunteer at my local Goodwill store. Oh, that's great. Cami, that's so great. And I know you love Goodwill. Actually, did I know that? I feel like I knew that. But if I did not know that, then now I do. But I feel like hmm. But good for you. That's great. Okay, so now that we're asking questions, what is everyone's favorite crochet stitch? Because I am rediscovering all of the crochet stitches because I didn't remember like pretty much how to do anything other than like a single crochet. I mean, I guess I remembered how to do like a double crochet and stuff like that, but all like the fancy stitches and or even like a half double crochet, I had to like rewind that back once or twice to see what she was doing because I was like, I do not remember how to do this. I don't even remember how to do a granny square. And it was never that good in the first place. So um, to have lost so little knowledge, I guess, should be alarming or not surprising. I don't know. So we're getting a nice little. Your favorite stitch is single crochet. Yeah, that's a classic. You can't go wrong with that. This actually has a stripe of single crochet going down the middle of these two rows of half double crochets, and it's in a contrasting color, so it's really beautiful. I really like how Alicia did this pattern to have something that looked so much more complicated and interesting. Um, well, more complicated than it was. It's still interesting, just the weaving of it. But I don't know about you, but like I'm bad at braiding. Um, is anyone else bad at just like regular braiding, like hair braiding and stuff like that? I've never been good at it. They always like turn out like wonky and looking like woof. So I don't know how people are even good, have like the nimbleness of their fingers to be able to braid well. So, um, is anyone with me? Is anyone else bad at braiding? Again, I can do it. It's just like, it just never looks as like clean as like other people's do. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm definitely crazy, but maybe I'm crazy about this. Dokie, working through crocheting. Braid a lanyard, yet alone hair. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, it's not just me. Okay, I thought that I was like defective. So thank you, Cameron. I really appreciate that. It makes me know that someone else is as equally challenged by the mystical braid as I am. Um, oh, and lanyards are a whole other story. Those things, no, never been able to do those. Never will be. Can be done. Can be fixed. For those of you who are wondering what size hook I'm using a K hook, Kayla, if you will, if you subscribe to Kelly's naming conventions. Um, it's a 6.5 hook and it's Clover. I'm a big Clover fan. Um, and uh, when I moved, I had my clovers like in the front seat. I had like my like crochet like to go bag like in my front seat. Like this is coming with me no matter what. I still haven't unpacked half my car, even though we moved in October. But I have my crochet stuff, and that's all that matters. And I have my yarn, and apparently that's all that matters. So I've got like uh, literally a week's worth of clothes, and that I wear all the time, and I have tons and tons of yarn. So that was another imperative. Like I should really be crocheting again because I had so much yarn, and I just have so little everything else. And I probably should get back on it on the horse, you know. So it's because of my current filming setup, which I can't for some reason scroll down and see where the bottom of the video is. So like you guys might not even be able to see me pulling my yarn. I don't know. Um, but given my current filming setup and how like the lighting is arranged and all this crap that I have literally all around me, like there's like cardboard boxes like right behind me. Again, don't know what you can see. Um, that it's I'm pulling from my right side like over to my left side, and it's just like a really weird crochet setup. So maybe I'll get a little bit more pro setup on you guys next time. By pro setup, I mean something that isn't totally janky. Um, and that'll be cool. Um, so uh, thank you guys for joining me. And let's see. The more yarn we have, the less crazy we go. If that were true, I would be perfectly sane. However, that's not true for me. So I think I need to rephrase that statement a little bit. Um, but yeah, I think the more yarn we have, the crazier we become about yarn. Because I just want more of it when I have a ton already. Why is that? Why am I like this? Who made me like this? I can't I can't say. So that's just what it is. Darn you, Daniel, for making me want to do a mosaic. Mosaics are one pattern that I have wanted to do for so long. They are to me some of the most beautiful, intricate, and interesting looking crochet patterns. And I just like I want to do them so desperately, but man, I just am not good at them. Maybe I'm not. It's not that I'm not good. I'm just intimidated by them. Maybe that's a better thing to say. Um, but that's okay. And I'm a yarn. I'm yarn addicted. Yep, I get it. I have so much yarn. And like I said, I don't have a lot of stuff. So it highlights even more how much yarn I have. My mom, um, so my mom is a loom knitter, and she was like, I have so much yarn. And I was like, cool, yeah, me too. Like, blah, 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 blah. And she helped us move. And she was like, uh, yeah, you have more yarn than me. By a lot. And I like look at my mom's stash and it's like literally like an eighth of mine. So so I don't know about I think, it's relative. Also I think when you loom knit, what the good thing about crochet and knitting, um, especially crochet, because you can have one crochet hook and work on multiple projects. You can just pull out your hook and go into something else. Whereas like you need multiple needles, but most knitters have multiple sets of needles. And you can just like go to town on a new project. So you can have like several projects going at once. But with loom knitting, you have something taking up your loom and you can't knit on another thing on top of that loom. So you have to have multiple looms, and those looms can get expensive. So like she has like an Afghan loom, and that thing is huge. And so I can't imagine like wanting to do like multiple projects on that. Have you guys tried loom knitting? Did you like it? I've tried it. I can't really get into it. It's just too tedious. Not tedious, it's just boring. It's just kind of boring. I didn't try anything like crazy interesting. I didn't try to do any crazy knit patterns. I just did like a regular old knit with it. And I just was like, this is kind of boring. I did like 3 rows and I was like, I'm ready to be done with this. So, of course, there's automatic looms like the Addy or Addy. That's right. You guys know what I'm talking about. And the one that I broke, my Centro, I'll never get over that. I'll never be fine. I'll never be okay again. And I broke it during my blue hatathon. Anyways, life is hard. Life is hard. But don't give up, because if you give up, then what are we going to complain about? Think about that. Think about it. Okay, and for the last loop, we're going to go and do 2 half double crochets. Wow, how revolutionary. We're going to be turning our work. Loom knitting, maybe if I had done loom knitting more, I would like it more. Yeah, it's, it's some people like it, some people don't. My mom really likes it. I had a friend who really enjoys it. So I'm not knocking it by any means. I just find it boring. I don't, for me, it makes me go. While crochet keeps me involved, keeps me excited, keeps me invigorated. Okay, so now we're going to turn our work and work through the bottom loops of the, basically going to go through the chain again. So we're just flipping around, putting our thing down, flipping it and reversing it. Like we're doing all that. And because we did that 2 on the last one, it kind of created this beautiful like rounded edge. So she writes such good patterns. I can't say enough good things about Little John's yarn. Now I can say her name because I know how to say it. Dinner is here, so I have to go. Love seeing you again. Hey, you have a great weekend too, and I'll try to be on more frequently, and I'll try to post more content for you guys. I'll do it as much as I can, but I love you guys, and yeah. So because I just did my turn, I'm gonna keep on crocheting, but I'll probably get off camera so that I can admittedly take the sweatshirt off and stop sweating like we're in church. So I love you guys. I hope to see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your love, all of you. Just like you leaving a comment means the world to me. And I'm so thankful for everything that you guys do. So I hope to see you guys soon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Don't look at my acne.